I challenge you to find anything that doesn't taste better with caramel on it. Hello and welcome to my channel. And welcome to my kitchen. Liz is me and you can call me Liz, and today we're making caramel. Start small and start simple. Combine 1 cup of sugar and 1 cup of water. Give it one quick little stir and then bring it to a simmer. This is to make a wet caramel, so a drip or a sauce. For the best results, avoid stirring. As it simmers, you might get crystallization on the sides. If you do, a wet brush will do the trick. As the sugar starts to cook, it'll change from white to amber. This is where caramel gets its colour from. But cook it too long and it'll burn. So remove it from the heat, give it about a minute to cool down, and add your cream. Only add a small amount at first, just in case it bubbles up. This is very hot and can be very dangerous. Add the rest of your cream and stir until combined. Doing this part while it's off the heat allows you better control. It also minimizes your risk of burning the sugar or the cream. Then add your butter and stir that in as well. Once the butter is melted, you can return it to the heat. Stirring occasionally while you return it to a boil will minimize the risk of the butter separating out. And at a medium temperature, it won't take long before it turns into that classic caramel texture we all know. Once you're satisfied with the texture, remove it from the heat. Transfer it to a heat-resistant bowl and allow it to cool down. Adding a pinch of salt will highlight the flavor even more. The next method is a little bit harder and a lot faster. Add your sugar to a dry pan on a medium heat. Wet the edges slightly and add a teaspoon of lemon juice. And then wait and watch. Before too long, you'll notice the sugar start to melt and change color on the edges. At this stage, stirring isn't necessary. You'll notice the color start to change a lot faster this time. So to prevent burning, I like to make sure I've got good control over the temperature. In my opinion, learning how to melt the sugar in the right way without burning it is the hardest part of making caramel. As it melts, the sugar will liquefy. And this molten sugar is very hot and very dangerous. If you've made it this far, please like and subscribe. I have plenty more to show you and plenty more to share with you. If at any point it seems like it's burning, but it's not melting evenly, turn the temperature down instead of stirring. I'll be using this to make caramel slice today. So I've started with 2 cups of sugar. If it's your first time working with melted sugar or you're just not very confident with it, I recommend using a small amount and starting very slowly, gradually working your way up until you've got a full recipe. To be honest, sometimes I just make this as an afterthought to add to a dessert that I've already made. Once all of the sugar is fully dissolved, you're ready for the next stage. Very carefully add your butter. This is about a cup of butter for my recipe today. Like most recipes, it's more about the ratio compared to the measurement. So the amount of sugar you have determines how much butter you use. Once all the butter is melted, add 1 tin of sweetened condensed milk. For the perfect caramel slice, this is the secret ingredient. If you lower the temperature when you add the condensed milk, it gives you better control. Stir until fully combined and then allow it to simmer again. To prevent burning, keep it on a low to medium heat and stir occasionally. To make the caramel stable enough for our slice, we want it to be just the right consistency. When you're happy with the consistency, remove it from the heat and allow it to cool slightly. Working with it while it's still warm, it should feel like peanut butter. And your caramel slices will be so perfect, they'll practically walk off the plate. So thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave me a thumbs up. Tell me your thoughts and comments down the bottom. And if you're not yet subscribed, make sure you do that because there's plenty more where that came from. And I hope to see you back in the kitchen with me next week.